Blog Talk Radio.
This is Heart to Heart Talk Radio with your host, Daniel Scranton. For the next hour, please listen with your heart.
Wow, I don't know if I sound really serious in that intro or really professional, but either way, this is Daniel, and this is Heart to Heart Talk Radio. I am your host. I have Rob Gauthier tonight as my guest. I'm very excited to speak with Rob. But first, I want to welcome you all to my show, and I want also to announce that this show is part of a bigger network called the Enlightenment Evolution Network. And this is one of 4 shows that we have so far, and we are looking to add 3 more to have a show on every night of the week. So right now, obviously Mondays will be my domain. We'll have a show every Monday at 6:30 Pacific, 9:30 Eastern. I'm going to have guests. I'm going to do my own channeling. I hope to have callers every show who want to talk to the guests or to me if I'm channeling. It's going to be very exciting, and I'm very excited to share my perspective with all of you. Now, Tuesdays, we have J. Carlos Rios lined up. He's going to be on at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. And his show is going to be all about galactic families. The name of the show says it all, be helping us make contact and connections with our families from other galaxies, other solar systems. It's going to be all about connecting from the heart with these other beings that we're related to. Right now, you can check out J. Carlos's Facebook page, which is Yael Civilization, but his show is still in pre-production. So we will not have a show from Carlos until we don't know, but not tomorrow. But Wednesdays, we do know what's happening because that's our buddy Rob. He's still got his show that was the Rob and George show and now is the Enlightenment Evolution Hour with Rob Gauthier. That's still going to be on from 6 p.m. or Pacific or 9 p.m. Eastern till an hour and a half later. He actually does 90 minutes, even though he calls the show an hour. Very interesting math on Rob's part. He's going to be the hub of the Enlightenment Evolution Network. And the way his show works is the first Wednesday of the month, he's going to channel Treb. Treb's going to take questions from callers, and on the third Wednesday, he will have his special guest. He does have a special guest this week. I don't know if that means it's the third Wednesday. Yeah, I guess it is. Brad Johnson is the special guest, and all of you who are listening probably know Brad's work. He channels Adronis and other very interesting beings there from outer space. So definitely tune in on Wednesday to listen to Rob and Brad and call in and ask questions and all that fun stuff. The other 2 weeks of the month where Rob is not channeling himself or having a special guest will just be freestyle call-in discussion hour. So anyone who wants to co-create with Rob on those nights is welcome to call in. Okay, so not this Thursday, but every Thursday until the end of time after this Thursday, we're going to have Philip Malika also going to start his show at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. I'm the only oddball in the group who wants an extra half an hour to get my shit together. My first swear on the radio. So yeah, Philip's show will start at the normal time, and his show is called the Consciousness Evolution Hour. He will be discussing a wide range of metaphysical topics, and he will also use his knowledge and expertise to guide listeners into their own abilities and to find value fulfillment in their lives. He will have special guest co-hosts, speakers, and channelers who will help him and the listeners in exploring these topics. And right now, you can find Philip. He's just a few members shy of 1,000 on the Consciousness Evolution 2.0 group on Facebook. The great thing about Philip Has Started is that there's so much member involvement and member activity. I post there every night, and there are more people who are liking and talking about my channelings in that group, which only has a little under 1,000 members, than the groups that have way more. So it's a really unique Facebook group in that sense that there's so much participation. Now, we also have Friday, Saturday, and Sunday open for new hosts, and if you are interested in hosting your own Blog Talk Radio show in our little network, you can definitely contact Rob or me, and we will see if you're a good fit for us. Okay, what else? We've got upcoming events. For this week, I personally have a live Q&A with the creators on Thursday night that I'm here to plug. That will start at the normal 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And those are all about asking questions to whatever guides I'm channeling on that particular night. There's usually a little time at the beginning, a little time at the end for some general information from the guides. But all you have to do to participate in that is go to my website, which is danielscranton.com, and click on the Live Q&A tab to register. Those are $15 to participate. And you do get a recording of it as well. But it's actually the least expensive way that I offer to connect with my guides, and the fact that you also get to listen in to everyone else and their questions and get the energetic transmission for a full hour makes it a bargain, in my opinion. Also, I am continuing to teach channeling to students, and I get a lot of students who want to learn about channeling, and it's been a hugely gratifying experience for me. I've had people channel for the first time during the first lesson, and even in just a half-hour lesson, people start channeling. One of my students in particular has really taken off with her channeling, and you'll hear more about her in a minute. Also, we have events coming up for the family of the Enlightenment Evolution Network. The Portal to Ascension event, which also features Bashar and Brad Johnson, has our very own Rob Goff here. And at trebchanneling.com, you can get more information about that, although it says soon. I'll have to ask Rob about that when he comes on the air. But I'm sure that if you Google Portal to Ascension July 2014, you'll probably be able to get some information on it now. In August, Rob and I are joining forces with Sean Swanson. Oh, I didn't even know that until I just read it. How cool is that? I love Sean Swanson. He channels Ishua, and we already mentioned Brad Johnson. He's in that channel panel event, as it's called. That's going to be in August, and more details soon at trebchanneling.com. And in case you don't know how to spell Treb, it's T as in Tom, R-E, B as in boy, and then the word channeling. Okay, now, before we get to Rob, I'm just going to give you all the little teasers here about the upcoming shows that I have. I've got Rachel Archelaus next week. She's a wonderful artist and psychic and fellow Connecticutian. That's where we're both from. And that's how I know her. That's one of the ways I know her. Anyway, she'll be on next week. She's great. I love her. She's super sweet. And then the following week, we have Nora Harold on the program, which I'm very excited about. She's a dear friend of mine and a mentor, and I love her so much. Everyone who's listening now probably is familiar with Nora. She's been channeling forever. She channels so many different beings. She brings through the most leading-edge material of anyone that I've ever heard, and it's always a pleasure to listen to her because she's so open and she's so willing to share her personal experiences. And I'm fortunate enough to live in the same town with her. In fact, my wife and I have an appointment with Nora tomorrow where we get together and talk about all the stuff that's going on in our lives. She's been great for us, truly. And then the following week, on April 7th, it will be me channeling. I haven't decided yet who yet that I'm going to channel, but we'll take calls, and my wife Lana will be operating the switchboard on that night, so that'll be lots of fun. And then April 14th, we're going to have Bridget Nielsen of Harmonious Earth. Bridget is a hybrid children contact specialist and an artist and a co-founder of a hybrid children community in Sedona, which I was fortunate enough to visit over the New Year and even channeled for those guys on New Year's Eve. It was so much fun to go there, and their community is right near Cathedral Rock. You can walk to Cathedral Rock. In fact, I did. And it's a wonderful place, and there's wonderful people living there. So I'm really excited to have Bridget on the show and talk to her. And then finally, my last booked guest that I have to announce is that channeling student, Allison Hamilton, who's been channeling up a storm ever since I had her as a student. And she's putting out tremendous work right now. And I'm really excited to talk to her about her journey and to have her channel for all of you guys and take your calls and everything. So that's going to be fun. That'll be April 14th. And I already have many more guests in mind that I want to approach to be on the show. It's going to be lots of fun. Now, Rob, where are you? Have you muted yourself? Unmute you here. Rob.
All right, I'm here. Yes, I'm
here. There he is.
You.
All right. This is fun. Rob has, he's helped me with all the technical stuff. I've had 2 training sessions with Rob. He's holding my hand through this entire process, and it's really fun, and I'm so glad. I couldn't have asked for a better mentor into the world of Blog Talk Radio. So thank you for that, Rob. And I'm really happy that he asked me to be a part of the network. I thought he was calling me, or he wanted to talk about co-hosting the show with him because I knew that George had left. And so at first I was a little nervous about doing it by myself. I was like, wait, you mean no co-host? I have to do this by myself? And now I just think it's great. I'm such a narcissist, I love my own, I love everything that I say.
Well, I'm glad too. I'm glad that you decided to come on because you're one of the most genuinely nicest people I've ever met. You've got that kind heart too, and you're so willing to connect people. You're so accessible, and that's really something that's important. A lot of people who do what we do are very difficult to contact. They have very little personal interaction with anyone until the events or until the paid time comes along. So it's beautiful to see that you're out there talking to people and connecting to people. I know how busy it gets, so to be able to do that, to have that time for people, it's important to them, but it's also important for everyone because everyone gets a little piece of Daniel, and that's wonderful.
Yeah, well, I just can't wait until I'm big enough to be completely inaccessible, and I'll just be a complete diva, and wherever I go, there'll be people throwing rose petals on the ground in front of me. That's what I'm waiting for. I'm just paying my dues right now.
That's right around the corner, brother. I know that is.
Oh, it's been quite a journey for me. It's been so fantastic, and here I am now. So this is great. And Rob has big news in his life that he just announced on Facebook, and we were talking before the show about whether he wanted to talk about it here. It's his relationship, his new relationship with Kalina, and she's listening right now too. I can see her phone number right there. And what would you like to say about that, Rob? What would you like to say about your new relationship?
I would like to say that it is wonderful. I met Kalina doing the Trev work. She was a great friend of mine for a long time. And as I'm going through a divorce with my soon-to-be ex-wife, Kalina was there for a lot of emotional, mental support, and she stayed a friend with me for a long time. And the more we got to know each other, the closer we got. And it is really amazing because she reminds me of the female version of myself. And like you said, you have a little narcissism in you, so do I, because I love myself pretty much. And she reminds me of the female, beautiful version of me. And she's just great. And she's really put a lot of things into my life that balance it out. All of you guys who have ever dealt with me personally know that I am the worst scheduler ever. I'm always late. I'm always behind everything. And she has brought that into a beautiful harmony. She has helped me organize events. She's helped do flyers. She's helped communicate to people, doing PR for me, connecting to people for guests or for me to be guests on their shows. She has so much talent, and those talents have helped us when we had a good friendship, and then that friendship just turned into way more. And we announced that this week on Facebook. It was the right time, the right energy to go ahead and announce that, and that's something that's beautiful. Right now, we still live a little distance apart, but that's going to be changing soon, too. She's living in Chicago at this time. I'm living here in Michigan, southwest Michigan by Kalamazoo. So it's a good 2.5-hour drive, which isn't very bad, but to be able to get closer together, and bond that connection more concretely and permanently, it's going to be a beautiful step in the right direction.
That's fantastic. Yeah, it's funny what you said about her being such a reflection of you, because that's something that I've definitely noticed with Lana is all the similarities that we have. Certainly we have our differences too that complement each other, but we have so many energetic similarities. And I was thinking about it recently about how when we're seeking that partner, that lover, a lot of times we're looking for things in that person that we don't have in ourselves. So the things we usually like, or maybe I'm just speaking for myself now, I don't know, but things that we find attractive in other people are sometimes the things that we don't believe we have within ourselves. And so it's really funny to get into a relationship and then be with someone who mirrors so much, and to realize, it's really not about finding someone who's got all these things that I think I don't. It's about having that perfect mirror up to us to show us exactly what we need to see, maybe what's been running beneath the surface and we weren't aware of. And it really is a wonderful experience to be in a relationship. I'm sure everyone knows that. And mine is very similar to yours, I take it. So, good for us.
Yeah, well, absolutely, too. What you said about seeing that reflection is a beautiful analogy. It's very true how the things that we see in ourselves are defined, and the things that we didn't think that we had come back to us, too, in a different way. And that's the thing, too. We both have our weaknesses and strengths, and it seems like the weaknesses and strengths we carry balance each other out. Certain attributes of herself that she doesn't think she has a lot of, I help show her that in herself, and she does the same with me. And the things that we once perceived at the beginning of our connection as weaknesses, we both strive in now beautifully. And it's a great way to do that. And when you find a person who's willing to co-create that reflection, and it's beautiful.
Yeah. It sure is. Yeah. So we're going to have you channeling soon. I actually have more time to play tonight than I thought I did originally. So we could go right up to 8 o'clock if you want, or 8 o'clock my time, or we can stop whenever. But we have that freedom of more than an hour to play with here. And how long did you say that you could channel Trev for?
I usually about an hour is the most I like to do. Like today,
Okay.
I already had a session, so an hour would be a good stopping point for me.
Okay. And it does take Rob about 4 or 5 minutes to connect and actually begin speaking for Treb, and we discussed that, what to do during those 4 to 5 minutes, and what we both decided would be best for everyone involved was to just keep Rob mic'd up during that time and for everyone to hear what that's like and experience that, because I know for me it's like 1.5 to 2 minutes of toning, and I personally feel like those tones that are coming through me are channeled and part of the download and the message that the beings have for the audience. So we're going to keep Rob mic'd up, and we're all going to sit here, and we're going to tune ourselves to the frequency that he's tuning himself to, and that will make the experience of actually talking to Treb that much more interesting for all of us, because it's all about the energy and the vibration that we're all able to hold. It's much more significant than the information that comes through, the specific details of what Treb is talking about. The energetic transmission that we're all going to receive is going to be so much more significant. And so I invite all of you to sit back and enjoy this period of time where Rob's connecting. And Rob, whenever you're ready, you can start, and the rest of us will just tune ourselves.
All right. Before I get started, too, there is a pre-period that I need to take to kind of neutralize myself out a little bit. That usually takes about 2 or 3 minutes before my actual connection process. So if I can take that real quick, and maybe after that I'll start tuning in, and I'll let you know when I'm ready for that tuning in part.
Okay, so during that time, the 2 to 3 minutes, then I'll just talk amongst myself.
All right, sounds good. I'll be ready here in a minute. I'll let you know.
Because they say that dead air is the worst thing that you can have on radio. So as new agey as we are, I don't know that the world is ready for dead air on the radio. So you do that and let us all know when you're ready to tone and do all the wonderful things that you do. And in that 2 to 3 minutes, I'll just talk. Sound good? He's already gone. Okay, well, then I guess it's just me and all of you. And let me see what else we can talk about here. There's the equinox coming up. So the equinox is on Thursday, if you're living in the United States, March 20th. Besides the fact that the equinox means we have an equal amount of daylight and darkness, I guess you could call it. Besides that fact, there's also an opportunity on the equinox for energetic downloads and transmissions, because those of us who are metaphysically minded, we enjoy those solstices and those equinoxes, and we tend to celebrate those days on the calendar. So there's actually an equinox celebration here in Ojai, California, where I live, and there'll be ecstatic dance and I think a drum circle and all sorts of fun stuff at a place called the Ojai Foundation. So I'm excited to go to that. It's a very exciting time of year, just because we are getting so much more sunlight, and we have so much more sunlight. There's so many more opportunities for all of us to be active, be outdoors, get all the information and energy that the sun has to offer us. I know I've been getting a lot more sun these past few days, and I feel great. I love the energy of the sun. I love being outside, connecting with Earth. I'll also share this little tidbit from my day today. Some of you are probably aware of Barbara Marciniak, and I'm sure a lot of you are also aware of Wendy Kennedy. Well, I heard Barbara Marciniak one time during an interview say that she drinks pink Himalayan salt in water. So she makes a glass of salt water and drinks that first thing in the morning. She either does that before or after some other regimen. And I was part of Wendy Kennedy's last webcast, which was amazing, by the way. If you're not familiar with Wendy Kennedy, check her out on higherfrequencies.net. She does amazing work with Pleiadians. And I asked a question about my feeling of dehydration that I have. We've been having this drought in California. It's especially, Ojai is not near the ocean. It's a good 15 miles from the ocean. So it's particularly dry in Ojai. And I was just feeling so dehydrated. And I asked the Pleiadians about it during Wendy's last webcast, and they said, for you, it's important to get more salt, because I eat all raw. So, fruit and vegetables, there might be some sodium content in a vegetable, but not a lot. So this morning I had the biggest helping of pink Himalayan salt in water that I've had. And I'll tell you, that is a cleansing agent, if I've ever met one. That stuff will clean you right out. So I did a little spring cleaning today in honor of the equinox, I guess. But that's, I'm really into what I put in my body, how I spend my time, my free time in my day. I like to be outside, be in nature. I actually channel my quotes that I post every day. I actually channel two, and I choose the one that I like better. But I channel them both on my daily hike that I do here in Ojai. It's really out there in the wild jungle of Ojai. I've seen a bear on this hike, a fox. The fox is actually up in a tree. Several skunks, rattlesnakes. We heard a rattlesnake before we saw it today, thank God. We just got a little dog, and the little dog is so much better off the leash than he is on the leash. So it's really important for us to have him off the leash, and he knew enough to get away from that rattlesnake when he heard it. So that was a good thing. So this hike that I'm on, it's so out there in nature. It's in a canyon. We live in the Ojai Valley, and then we have a canyon in the valley. And that canyon just got 18 and a half inches of rain. So it's so beautiful out there, and one of the things that I would recommend to everyone is to get out in nature, get some sun, drink a lot of water, little pink Himalayan sea salt in your water first thing in the morning. It's good if you want to cleanse yourself. I'm really excited about it because I've been feeling kind of heavy lately, actually. And I feel much lighter today and actually much more awake. How are you doing over there, Rob?
I'm doing great, and think come away and solve it's synchronicity that you talked about that, because that's something Kalina uses, and it's something I wasn't introduced until I met her, and it is a beautiful energy. She has purple potatoes too, and those have a beautiful energy to them.
Yeah? Cool.
Yeah, absolutely. And I never realized the quality of those colored foods really until started learning about them. You know, Trev had always talked about correlating colors of food with chakras and stuff. If you have a deficiency in a chakra, yeah. And you know, natural food of the same color of the chakra you might have a deficiency of can help boost that energy. And you know, pink isn't a necessary color to any one thing, but it is beautiful. So it has a great energy by itself. And I am ready to, Daniel, whenever you are, bud. I just was enjoying hearing you talk while I was done. So
yeah. Go ahead. Let's get started.
All right.
I was amazed I was able to fill that much airtime.
Well, I appreciate it. All right, I'm going to take a drink real quick and we'll get started. Well, for those of you who might first be introduced to Trev this evening, just remember, Trev does not judge. He is a friend to all of us. Enjoy yourself, have fun, relax, and it gives you the best interaction with him. When you produce your questions to him, do that in that happy, excited moment, and the answers reflect back in a much more exciting and resonant way, too. So, thank you, Daniel. We'll see you on the other side, bud.
Yep. Hello there.
How are you doing this evening?
I'm doing great, Trev. How are you?
I'm doing very well. I know that you have many entities and people who wish to connect to me and ask questions and share ideas. And whenever you are ready to begin this, you may.
Well, we have a caller on hold here from Skype that I can connect you with. Are you ready for that caller?
Yes.
Okay. Caller from Skype who's been on since the very beginning of the show. I'm putting you on now. Here you go. Who do we have? Yes.
This is Anita.
Hi, Anita. You have Treb. I will get out of the way.
Oh, hello, Treb.
Hello, Anita. How are you doing this evening?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you?
I am doing very well.
That's wonderful. I just want to thank you so much for opening my mind and my heart to new ideas and new possibilities. I really appreciate it. And I never listened to any channelings until I started to listen to you, and you really resonated with me, and I just really appreciate that.
Yes, and it is very exciting to have you connect to me. In this connection that you make when your heart and mind become open, this allows energy of all sorts to come in. And when this energy co-creates a mechanism within you that allows you to have a greater and more resonant experience and allows you to have more fun in your existence, this will always help all entities around you. Many humans have the perspective that they wish that they were able to help all of the entities who they love and in which they are connected to in a more great and connected way. And when you are enjoying your life, this is literally what you are doing.
Thank you.
Yes, and thank you as well.
When I first started listening to your channelings, I put out the intent in my dreams to connect with you, and the dream that I did have was I felt it was sort of like an initiation of sorts. Like you came to me and you actually you punched me in the back of all things, and then I woke up and it was actually my partner who actually elbowed me in the back and woke me up. And so it was really interesting, the whole entire situation. And then after that, I've had a series of events of dreams where my back has been involved in different ways, not with you in the dreams anymore, but I did really feel like it was an initiation, and I wanted to ask you about that. I did actually ask Rob about it as well. The one dream that I was interested in was one that I actually had like a physical line down the base of my spine. And so I was wondering exactly, like, I don't know if that, I'm sure that you can physically manifest things. So I don't know. I'd like to really just learn a bit more about it. And because I do feel like I am opening up to a lot of different things now, and I do feel like there's a lot happening. And I've been really sick, only just with like colds and flus and stuff, and I don't usually get sick with those, so I'm kind of wondering about that as well. So I'm hoping that you can help me with those.
Yes! I am aware of your own energy. As when you create an intent to connect to me, I am able to connect you. But in the looking in several aspects of this, perhaps it will assist me more greatly to connect your energy. So with your permission, if you are able to close your physical eyes, to place an intent to connect to my energy, and to push the energy from the center of the physical body to the outside of the physical body, and continue pushing this outwardly, then in one moment, with your permission, I will connect you.
Okay.
Yes! One moment, please. Yes! Within this idea, this dream that you have co-created, what this is a specific intent to call into my energy, and when I have come, the dream that you had of me is a true connection to you. It is not played out in the way that you perceive it, but this is because your astral state that you are in when you are connecting to the dream state is able to manifest the entire environment. The only thing that was lent to the dream specific was my own energy. You took the energy that I sent you and created your own movie, if you will. And in this movie, the idea of the punching in the back is a very symbolic concept. This punching of the back is a literal representation or a figurative representation of my own energy connecting to you. So in this way, this is a true nature of an astral projected state when you are connecting to me. And what this represents in the spine area is the awakening of what many humans call the Kundalini. It is the energetic signatures that go up and down through the chakras, through the back area, of what you perceive as your spine, and energetic pathways within it. And during this energetic pathways, as you begin to open your mind and your heart, these energies begin to flow more greatly. This coupled with the idea of the essential energies that come down from the entity that is the entity, galactic center entity that ascends and helps send essential energy, is helping co-create a greater experience for you. It is helping you take all of the negative concepts, all of the negative ideas of permission or negative ideas or beliefs that you carry, and pushing them onto the surface. And while you are feeling these colds and flus, this is a true interpretation of releasing of negative energy. This is why many of you are going through either physical disharmonious concepts or going through suffering or adversities of one sort or another. So in these dreams that you are having, in these representations of the back, this is very symbolic of the connection that you have made to me. And it is not my own energy that has assisted you in waking me. It is your acceptance of connecting outwardly. It is your acceptance of connecting from your heart to many other hearts. And these hearts and the energy of the universe around you co-creating it.
Wow. Thank you so much. So me being just getting these viruses and these illnesses and stuff is just basically me getting kind of flushing out that negative energy?
Yes, this is exactly what this is. It is a representation of getting rid of what does not serve you. And in this, there tends to be physical symptoms that tend to be discomfortable. Many entities are not only becoming sick, but also having muscular issues. They are having sleeping issues. All of these things. It is the helping of releasing of all that does not serve you.
Okay. Wow, that makes so much sense. Thank you so much, Chuck. I really appreciate it, and I love you, and I'm so grateful for you to be able to take your energy and really help others here on Earth, and I really appreciate that.
Yes, and I am very happy to connect you, and very thankful for you to connect to me as well.
Thank you. And thank you, Daniel. I really appreciate you hosting this, and I'm so excited to actually be your first caller. Yay!
Yeah, that is exciting.
You know, it's
Thanks
funny,
for calling
too, as I was just... Oh, yeah, and I was just looking at, like, how long I've been on the phone for, and as I said that, it was 4444.
Very cool.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. I'm going to put you back on hold here. And our next caller will be from the 804 area code. You're on, 804.
Hi, how are you?
Great. Thanks for calling.
Oh, thank you for taking my call. Can you tell me anything about, like, the circumstances of my birth or who my real parents were?
Yes, perhaps it can be connected to, if you are able to do the same as the previous entity that connects to me and close the physical eyes and also give permission to connect to me, then I will be able to look into this concept in your energy, perhaps a bit further.
Do you want my permission to connect with your energy? For you to connect with my energy?
Yes.
Yes, you have my permission.
Yes. If you are able to close the physical eyes and to push the energy out as instructed to the last caller and place your intent for me to connect you, in one moment I will connect you. One moment, please.
Okay.
connecting to your energy, I must have permission to connect you. And in this way, when you are asking about other entities that are not within my presence, that are not giving me permission, then I am able to check to see if I am able to connect to them. And if they are not giving energetic permission, or if they are hiding things below the surface of their energy, I am not able to perceive this. So in the way of exploring your own time from childhood until now, in seeing this idea of the original parents, this energy is not coming out of your own existence. And the two entities that you would perceive as the first parents are not willing to share this concept as well. But what I can express to you is that you have come onto this earth from a separate area. That in the earth incarnator cycle, many humans tend to have an experience that is very human and very earthly by nature. They are incarnating in several cycles. Within your own self, there's only been approximately 14 previous incarnations to Earth, but you are brought in here from another system. Many entities will call this the starseed concept or the starseed idea, and within this energy of Pleiadian entities that have come to incarnate into this Earth, you have been in a very specific incarnation cycle. This incarnation cycle allowed you to come to the entities that you would perceive to be parental in your own mind, the parent energy, to have an existence in the way that it did. The object and concept is to let go of specific ideas, of holding on to past concepts, and allow yourself to live in this now time. And when you are able to live in this now, you will begin to see more of your original Pleiadian energy integrate so that you are able to experience and manifest the things that are greatest desire.
Should I talk?
Yes.
I had trouble understanding a lot of what you were saying just now, but what I got was that I'm a star seed and I'm not from this earth. Is that what you said? And that I shouldn't concern myself with who my real parents are. Like, do you get the feeling that I was taken out of a timeline?
Because that's the feeling that I get, that somehow I might have been taken from the original timeline I was in, and that it's not a natural process, that it was like, I don't get it that it was necessarily my free will to incarnate the way I did, and that there was...
concern yourself of these ideas, and when your attention is focused to this, and this means that this is very important for your own mind, but what is being expressed is that you are incarnated into this cycle so that you may experience the parental energies that you did experience, so it can help you build the greatest pathway to success in helping other humans in learning the process of growing and ascending and using things that are not human-based, because you have this different perspective. So in doing this, the very first step to being able to open yourself to the highest degree is to remove all worries or disconnections from the past and previous times to the future times. If you have focused your consciousness in the now, you will have more consciousness to manifest the greatest desires you cherish.
Do you think that I am able to change world events by prayer?
Yes! This is very easily done. In your own creative ability, you are creating the entire universe around you. Even though there are entities that exist in their own nature, such as the host, such as the entity that you know to be Daniel, such as myself, all of us are co-creating this experience. But with your beliefs, with your intent, with your thoughts, all of these can change anything in your existence. Even if it is as small as the animal that you care for at your home, all the way to the greatest world events and everything that is in between.
Do you see rescue crews of good ETs coming in to save us?
Let us express the concept that there is no concept of being saved. There is only an expression of wishing to connect to these entities. If humanity waits to be saved in any concept, this will not happen. The Earth collective consciousness within themselves is what is creating the negative consequences or the negative events in which they are doing. So if you are changing your perception to I wish to be saved, instead of the idea that I will save myself, that I will create the existence that I want, then you are giving away your own power to all of these entities who may not co-create this concept.
Mm-hmm. Do you think that my life, as far as, like, I think that I got the feeling that I came in to raise the consciousness of my parents and family, and I don't get the feeling that I was successful in that. I get the feeling that I just let people abuse me. I just wonder if you have any thoughts. Is that my own thoughts, and are those just negative thoughts, feeling that I was abused?
They are not negative, nor are they positive. They are only what you give them definition to be. In your experience, you better the life of all entities around you because you exist with it. The ideas of fighting and arguing, perceiving these as negative when they are not truly negative to the Oversoul. The Oversoul sees all of these things in an equal fashion. It is the way that you perceive them in how the energy is created. So if you have perceived a negative interaction with your own family, instead of seeing the concept of your love and caring and compassion for these entities, then you will only see the negativity that you believe that is there. So if you choose to wish to change the dynamic of this, all you must do is start to see the goodness inside of your connection to them. To see that by existing and by connecting and by loving, you have literally helped raise the vibration of all entities that you're coming to.
Caller, we have to move on. We have other people calling in.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Wonderful question.
Can I stay on the line and listen?
Of course. Yes, I'm just going to put you back on hold. Okay.
Thank you. Have a blessed evening.
You too.
Yes.
Okay, the next caller doesn't have a phone number. There's a name, and it's Nab Hachin Maya. So I'm taking you off of hold right now.
Hello.
Are you there? Yes.
Yeah. Hello, Daniel.
There you are.
Yeah, it's Roy from Norway calling you. I have some questions.
Very good. Well, you have Treb.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Hello, Treb. Nice to talk to you this time.
Yes, it's good to speak to you as well, Roy.
I have a couple of questions. I'm not sure where to start. I just have to look on my list. I've been exploring concept of channeling, the way I define the concept of channeling, and it's, for me, come to me that all the thoughts and the feelings we are getting, like the feelings usually comes from our definitions, how we define things, the feelings come about. And whenever I look at beliefs and definitions, I feel that there is a connection to channeling when we are tapping into past selves we have created and also future selves, where we can receive thoughts and feelings from those definitions. So
go ahead, Trev.
Yeah.
And what is the question here? I did not hear the entire question.
The question is regarding channeling and how different channeling works and how we like not actually just connecting to other entities, but also connecting to our like. I understand that you're also part of our higher self, but connecting to lower dimensions or future past lives you have lived, which you receive information from when you are receiving thoughts and ideas, and when it's just flowing through you. And my question is, that's my question.
Yes, this is a very simple concept. The idea of channeling in itself is the restricted, less or non-restricted way that energy flows from one area of consciousness to the next. And this is as simple as a definition as there is. When we speak of the concepts of channeling, there are literally an infinite amounts of channeling. There are the very most simplistic ideas of channeling, which involves, let us use humans for an example. A human entity is within their own excitement as they are walking down the street, and then they begin to sing a song. They begin to hum a tune, and this tune does not known within their own mind, and it's not memorized. It is given on a free flow of energy. This is the most simplistic form of channeling. And by doing this, it is basically the restricted, less or non-restricted flow of energy from one portion of consciousness to the next. And when you look at the other ideas of channeling, most of you perceive this concept to be one entity connecting to another. But this is also not entirely true. The idea of consciousness connecting from myself to the host is as simple as the resonance and excitement that we both share for a similar purpose to connect outwardly to the world, to express great concepts and ideas that others are willing to accept or not accept, and sharing them in a manner in which we are most comfortable. This is this concept. When you speak of the technical concepts of channeling, there are still very more variations. In the way that I am channeling with the host, he is preparing his physical body to a high vibrational state to release his consciousness from the crown chakra, and as he does this, he is brought into my own presence in the fifth density, vibrational and harmonic level, and as he achieves this, I am able to place a small portion of consciousness through his crown chakra into the throat chakra. And as I am joining all of the energy that I have within him into the throat chakra and into his heart chakra, this allows me my own means of communication. But this is not the same with all entities who channel. There are channeling that is very simple, just a sharing of place in a physical body, a mutual connection from one center of chakra system to the next of the entire chakra system. All of these are truly channeling. But when you look at channeling the entities that you perceive to be below you, this will be very detrimental. Because you would perceive them to be below you, then you will not be able to connect to them. When you see a tree or a plant as an equal entity, one perhaps that does not have as long as a line of evolution in experience, this is a very valid way to see it. But when you see this tree or plant to be less than you, you will not be able to connect to it. When you achieve the state and thought process and mind purpose to connect to all that is, being equal to all, being a part of this thing, then the energy is not restricted. And then the flow of energy may be non-restricted and flow in the way of consciousness that is very easiest to do. And this is the concept overall in all types of channeling.
Thank you very much. So basically connecting empathically with, you explained it coming through the crown chakra, expressing itself through the fourth, which I believe is the heart. So different channeling can be from different points of chakras. So if you connect through the pineal, say, it will be a different energy to it.
Yes, it would be a completely different energy. As the host is well aware of how to manipulate energy within his own physical body to allow his pineal gland to be activated and his astral projected state to be achieved through the crown chakra, the third eye has to do with the pineal gland. So in the host body, he must have his heart chakra, his throat chakra, his third eye, and his crown being able to vibrate on a higher level than average. And when he is able to achieve this higher vibrational state, then he is allowed to manipulate vibrational frequencies within his chakras and manipulate the flow of energy within them all. But this is only one way of 7 billion into channeling. Each entity is channeling it in a different way through a different technique, a different mechanism that allows them to connect. There are some entities who only dwell within the first and second chakras. There are some entities who use no chakras, only a sharing of neutral space. So it is all of these things that is able to facilitate channeling in the way that you understand it.
Thank you very much. So, yeah. Okay.
That was great. I really enjoyed that. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Also, I just have one question. If you could, I was connected to some energy reader here some time back, and I was told that some parts of my higher self is originated from the Orion Nebula area, star system, or whatever it is. I'm not so familiar with the concept, but could you tell me which parts of the known races we know about now here on Earth, from the extraterrestrials, where I have strong connections to, the strongest connections to?
Yes, the concept of Orion entities that is within you is very true. The star that you would call Rider is one energy that is very dominant within you. This does not have to be read deeply within your energy, as it protrudes very briefly outside of the aura view. But this is not the only connection that you have. There is also great Sirian energy that flows within you, as well as what you would perceive to be Arcturian energy. All three of these are the most dominant within you.
Awesome. That's an awesome confirmation. Thank you very much, Trent. I will let others go through, and it's always nice to all the information you come through. It's an awesome experience for all of us, I guess. Thank you very much. And Daniel, you're doing great. So thank you very much.
Thanks, caller. Yes. Okay. All right. We have another. That was great, Trev. I really learned a lot from that. That was fantastic. Our next caller. Yeah. Our next caller is from the 720 area code. I'm taking you off hold right now. Here you are,
Hello.
720. Yes.
Hi, my name is Alex, and I am here with my girlfriend Lisa, who is listening in on the line as well.
Hello, how are you?
Yes, we are very great this evening.
We were looking to channel into Trem, and the question that I had, and that we had, was I'd spoken with Rob last week about all of this twin flame stuff, and over the past few months, we've been looking into some things, and a lot of things have said that people start finding their twin flames when there's some sort of greater purpose, that you're being rewarded by getting to be with them, and there's this, you're being called to some higher purpose. And I was wondering if you would be able to maybe channel through us and see if there's just some sort of glimpse as to what that is, because we have a feeling we know, but I wanted to at least see what you had thought about that.
Yes. If you are willing for me to connect to both of your energies, perhaps I will be able to experience this any closer way and to be able to express these concepts to you. One moment, please. Yes, let us express first that in the belief system that I carry upon my own race, I am not allowed or able to express the confirmation of what you are to each other in the way of a twin flame or a soulmate of a supernature. But what I will express to you is that in this time, as you have expressed, many soulmates are connecting very deeply. And in this deep connection of soulmates from one to another comes a very great confirmation to each other, a very deep connection. I only say that I will not express the concept of who is a twin flame and who is not a twin flame, because this concept does not truly matter. It is how you perceive each other, how you perceive yourself, and how you perceive your connection. Many human entities have experienced my own self as well as other entities expressing that they are of a soulmate nature, which is the least that we are able to say or the most that we are able to say. And in this way you are both coming from the same soul family. So this means that you are most definitely a soulmate. But anything that is set above this, many humans carry their own definitions, their own concepts of what should or should not be from these definitions, and this can create them to block their own free will. There have been many entities who have heard the very most that we can say as just a soulmate, and then they place a belief that because this entity is my soulmate, because this entity is deeply connected to me, that when we do no longer resonate, when this entity becomes intrusive and bearing down upon me and taking away my free will, I must work through this because we are soulmates, because we are meant to be together. And this is not true. What is meant to be is for both of you on your own and both of you collectively to let your free will guide you through your existence. And if you are deeply connected to each other, and if the definition of excitement is free in your own heart, then this is the connection that you must be aware of. Each other, then this is the definition of free will in your own heart, then this is the connection that you must be aware of. Each other, then this is the definition of free will.
Well, thank you, Treb. Wow, that was, that took me off my feet for a bit there.
Yes!
So,
you are very welcome.
All right, well, you have another question?
Well, so you would say that this connection comes and it's the choice of both along with this collective to choose that final destination, I guess you could say?
It is not up to the collective to choose for you and to choose for her. It is up to the both of you collectively. And collectively means the two of you connected to each other to be able to express your own views, your own excitements, and co-create and respect and observe the other's free will. This is the greatest way and the path of least resistance.
Wow, thank you, Treb.
Thank you, caller.
Yeah.
We're going to move on.
You're very welcome.
We're going to move on now. So I'm going to put you back on hold, and we're going to take another call. Thanks. Okay, the caller who's an international caller, we have someone with a 011 at the beginning of their number. You've been on hold for quite some time, and I'm going to take your call now. Hello. Are you there, international? Yes.
Hello, is this me?
This is Daniel, and you have Treb here, too. Do you want to talk to Treb?
Oh, my God. I didn't believe my call would come up in the K. I have one question, and that is, what happened to Flight 307? And are they in a parallel dimension that provides them safety, and is that just a creation of their mutual agreement, or is it something else? And I appreciate very much the opportunity to ask the question.
Yes, I have spoken to the host of this, and from the host's mind he has expressed that in a time that is considered your last Wednesday, he expressed the concept to him, to not only other entities, but to a wider audience. And I will reiterate this idea so that all of you may be aware. Within this concept, a flight that carries only a very small group of entities is lost to the collective consciousness. There is only a few entities within this plane that either die or do not die, but these entities are the only ones who are aware of what happens to this plane. So in this, the collective consciousness, it is a very small portion. It is less than 107 billion. And in 107 billion portions, this is not enough energy for me to be able to perceive what is happening there. If these entities are physically dying or dead, they will not communicate with my own self at this time. And if they are within another dimension or another density, they are still not in an area that is able to perceive me, that is able to communicate with me. Because the collective consciousness is not aware of this, I am not aware of this. And in the concept of looking into this, I do not wish to impede upon the free will of the collective consciousness to be able to find something that is a collective matter. All of you are experiencing this for a specific reason, as the entities who are on the plane are experiencing that for a very specific reason. And all of these things will help all of you with very many things within you that must be played out. Remind yourself that you are creating your own universe, that in any scale at any time, anything that you perceive to be outside of you is truly a struggle or a conflict within you. So what is it within your own selves that is collectively agreed to have this plane being removed from your physical reality? This is the concept in question that all of you must explore before the collective is able to produce this answer.
Excellent response. And I would like to know what it is within myself that prevents me from allowing this to just flow in a way that the larger population would be, and myself included, would be satisfied with in terms of a conclusion or a resolution or an understanding of this placement of these individuals in this situation.
Yes, it is very simple. It is the belief that regardless of what you hear, regardless of what anyone is able to tell you, that you will never know if it is a theory, imagination from your own self-beingness, or an opinion of an outside entity. All of these things have been very difficultly drilled into the minds of all human beings. Let us express an example. Let us say that I was able to perceive this and I expressed this to you. There is always a question within your own mind. What if the entity, the host who is channeling this entity that we call Treb, is not correct in his connection and the information is disconnected? And then if you receive this from your own self, which is always the greatest place to receive all information, comes to you and it says an answer within your own mind, then you would question this as, is this my imagination? And if an entity appears on your newscast and says, hello to the world, I would wish to express to you what has happened to this plane, and tells you, then you will not believe them as well, because you will perceive it as this entity's own opinion. So it is the belief that regardless of what you are told, you will never know if this is true or not. This is the very biggest thing. The second belief that you carry that restricts this information is I cannot perceive this and I cannot receive this information. I was not there. I do not have a psychic ability. I do not channel. This is why I do not know. And this is also incorrect. The correct concept to explore within this is I am a portion of this collective consciousness. I deserve to know what is going on in this one situation. And because I am a creator and limitless in my own ability, I will find what has happened to this. And then, when information flows to you, accept this information. Do not second guess this, because the lack of trust within your own self will always produce a second guessing. And this is what the majority of humans upon your own planet have, and this is why they are not able to follow their internal guidance systems.
That makes perfect sense. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you, caller. Yeah. We're going to move on now. Thanks, Treb. Okay, we're going to take another caller. This one is from the 707 area code, and taking you off hold. There you are. Hello. Okay. That caller's may not be paying attention right now, so we're going to take a caller from the 248 area code. You are off hold right now. Hello.
Hello, Daniel and Treb.
Welcome.
Okay, now I can hear you better on my computer, so I'm going to be listening on the computer and talking in my phone. I hope that doesn't cause a bunch of stuff.
It's not too bad.
So I have been very active in my my personal transformation. And I've been doing
maybe turn down the volume on the computer while you're talking.
Yes.
Maybe for that part
Just
you could turn
that.
the volume down. Okay.
Got it. All right. So and I've been taking a warrior stance of trying to listen and watch my fear, watch my ego, and choose away from it. And what I have come up to at this time is I am learning to, or I'm experiencing the challenge of self-validation versus external validation. And I would like to know if Treb can offer processes, or one maybe tailored to me, that would help me deepen or strengthen my relationship to my own internal validation versus external.
Yes, there are many things that can be done in this concept. The very first is most appropriate to your own energy, and this is the affirmation system. It is the concept of being very aware of your own thought process as it enters your own existence, and as these thoughts come tumbling into your own mind, brought in from various places, such as the ego, such as the higher self, such as your own internal systems, these information that come to you, you must be able to be aware of them and to catch them in a moment's notice. And when you are thinking of concepts that show you that you must be validated from external sources, you must stop this and remind yourself with a mantra of sorts or a confirmational saying that allows you to express your own ability. Nothing that any external entity may say or express is anything meaningful to my own self. Only my own perception is what is important. And you can always remember that this is a very great way to do this, as all entities who express ideas, for example, if an entity says to you, I believe that you are stupid and I believe that you are ugly, it is only because they are reflecting back to you what you already believe. So it is the fault of your own perception that allows these entities to reflect it back to you. By knowing this and being very aware of the thought in the moment, this is one way. The second way is also very important and very comforting to you. Within your own system of meditative systems, there is a visualization technique that the host has been able to share with many entities that has helped them in this idea.
You must share the concept of sitting in a chair for your own self. This would be the yellow chair, and it aligns with the third chakra in where the self is explored. So sitting in this yellow chair, you are sitting across from another yellow chair. And in this yellow chair, project whichever entity is giving you things that do not validate you. And when you are expressing these non-validations, refuse them energetically. Now you visualize the same entity reflecting back to you all that is positive, all of the affirmations of things that you wish to be validated upon. And as they continue these validations towards you, accept it with any amount of energy that you are able to. And then when you feel that you are completely inside of your heart chakra, that your love is extended and very full, close your eyes within the visualizativeness, the visualizative technique, and then open them. And when you open your eyes the second time within your visualization, the entity that will be sitting across from you is now yourself. This will show you that all things that are positive and are sent from love is directly connected to how you perceive yourself. And this will be a very strong visualization symbolism that will help allow the bridge of connecting and validations from within.
Wow, that was really great, Treb. Caller? Good. I'm glad you got that, caller, because that was really good. I'm going to move on now. We have 3 more people on hold.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Okay. You're welcome.
Bye.
Yes.
Okay, now 818. 818 area code, the San Fernando Valley. You are on.
Oh,
there,
is that
San
me?
Fernando? Yeah.
It's Ann. Oh my gosh, I didn't know. Okay, hello.
Hi, Ann. Hi.
Hi.
You got Treb.
Well, wonderful. I didn't know I was going to. I don't have a question lined up. I just don't have a question lined up. But thank you very much.
That's perfectly okay. Yeah, we'll put you back on hold and take a caller that has a question. Thanks, Ann.
Thank you. Mm-hmm.
Okay, bye. All right, now we're up to the 360 area code. You are on.
Hi, this is Risha calling, and I don't have a question either. I just wanted to make connection with Treb and send my love, and it sounds like you're having a wonderful show, Daniel.
Thank you. Treb, do you accept that love?
Yes. Always love from my friend Risha, and always giving back my love to you as well. To you and
Ooh, this is my birthday, so it's a wonderful celebration.
Oh, happy birthday.
Happy incarnation cycle.
Okay, we have another caller here on hold, so I'm going to see if that caller has a question. And thanks for calling. Happy birthday, Risha.
Thank you.
Okay, now 603 area code. You are unmuted. Hello? 603 area code? You there? I guess not. Okay.
Hello?
Then, there you are.
Hello?
Hello?
Oh, I didn't know it. Wow.
You want to talk to Treb?
Hi. Please. Hi,
Treb's here for you.
Yes. How are you doing this evening?
I'm doing okay. Thank you very much. I would like to know what I am blocking from my own channelings that I feel very frequently trying to come in when I somehow divert myself from allowing them to come through.
Yes. If you are able to push the energy out with your permission, I will connect to this idea.
Thank you.
Yes, you you are very welcome. One moment, please. Yes, the idea is very simple. Within your own self, not only in this channeling concept, but many attributes of your own existence, you are literally not trusting yourself. You do not believe that what is coming in is correct. You do not believe that the way you are perceiving things is correct. You do not have a very large trust within yourself. To gain this confidence, you must reiterate these ideas to yourself, that what you receive in thoughts, what you receive in emotion, and what you receive in your heart is all acceptable. You can practice this in a non-channeled variation by expressing concepts to other entities. It is very difficult sometimes to bring what is in your heart to your mouth and to express these concepts to other entities, and this is the very first practice that we would have for you. To express to entities what is truly in your heart, to express to them what is within your own mind, will help show you that what you have for others is very valid, it's very purposeful, and it's very strong. And the importance of these ideas can help you show the importance of yourself to you.
Thank you. And am I withholding because of fears or beliefs that I hold, or is it just plain abstinence, or should I say, not abstinence, obstinance that keeps me from realizing what I already know?
Yes! You have answered your own question in this concept. It is the idea that repeating what you know to other entities from your heart to your mind and out of the mouth is going to be very useful. That there is only a blockage of self-looking and self-examining within your own heart that is allowing you to disconnect to these concepts.
Thank you very much.
Yes, you are very welcome this much.
Okay, that's all the callers we had, and so we got to all of them, and you can bring us back to Rob whenever you're ready, Trev, but I want to thank you for being on my show and for being such a great guest. I love you, Trev. You did an awesome job.
Yes, and I love you as well. Before I disconnect very quickly, I wish to express my own love to all of you, as well as the concept of the theme that has been played throughout this evening, of looking upon your own self with great happiness and great resonance. When you see things outside of yourself that represent negativity or represent the lack of ability to communicate and to share energy, it is coming from within you as well. This is why it is projected. So self-examination upon all of these concepts is very gratefully useful. With these ideas being shared, I will leave you all this evening in love and in light, and we will experience each other again very soon.
Thanks, Trev. Good night.
Yes. Good night.
Welcome back.
Hey. How's it going?
Hey. Really good. It was really good.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
I know you're kind of groggy right now. I have to say, to those of you who are listening, if you heard me laugh at a certain point, it was because our new dog was chasing one of the cats, and I hadn't yet learned to perfect the mute button for myself, and so I was laughing, Lana was laughing, and then I was like, oh, crap, this guy's in the middle of asking his question, and we're laughing. So that was just the fact that I live in a house with many wild animals, and but it was a great show. We got to all the callers who wanted to ask questions, and yeah, I'm very happy with my first show and my first guest. And if you have anything you want to add, Rob, before we wrap it up, go right ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a couple things that I wanted to share about contact information, things like that for people who are listening. My website's trepchanneling.com. You can go there. There's various ways to contact me through there. It has my email in the Request a Session tab. You can go there. We always accept donations, too, for the radio show that I do, which is on Wednesday for the same network. Yeah, the announcements you made for me earlier today are the events that I've got coming up. My show's Wednesday at 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 Pacific time. So any of you guys who are listening tonight want to check out all of the same shows from the network, you can go to the Facebook page called the Enlightenment Evolution Network, and all of us will post our shows there every week to make sure that you guys know every show that's coming out. And actually, when we talked earlier, you had said something about 3 shows being open, but there's only going to be 2 and possibly only 1. Right now, Kalina is going to be doing a show, and I believe she has chosen either Friday or Saturday, I can't remember, and it's going to be called The Earth Experience, and it's going to be about experiencing the Earth consciousness, our incarnation cycle here, and just living on Earth every day, just the stuff that we go through as souls incarnated here. She's really, really in touch with her heart, really powerful information that comes through her. So I just wanted to let everyone know that that's coming down the pipe. It should be up in the next month or 2. And the network's growing. We'll have the website out and available pretty soon, too, for the network. It's something that I'm excited about. I love, everyone asks me, well, what do you prefer, to channel or to do the radio stuff? And in my opinion, the radio stuff is a little more exciting for me in some ways because I get to interact with everybody. When I'm channeling, I just kind of nod out and visit with Trev. And I love Trev, don't get me wrong, but we hang out all the time. So the radio is something new for me. But yeah, those types of things. Also, just support the people who are out there. If you guys enjoy channel material, support the channelers that you resonate with the greatest. Daniel Scranton, you're a great channeler. You're very, very heart-centered. You help so many people. Brad Johnson, Sean Swanson, both good friends of mine, as well as Daniel. Wendy Kennedy, a good friend of mine. Nora Harrell, great channeler. Daryl Anka. Just choose the channelers you accept and support them in their work. When they're in a show, go ahead and go say hi to them. Go ahead and say hi to them.
Oh my goodness, I've got 2. I have a donation button too for my show, so I was actually looking for that. You'll need to dig a little, or you can just go to my website too and donate if you want. For my participation in this show tonight, I welcome donations. I love that people feel compelled to donate when they don't have to. It's a really nice feeling. And
you deserve that too, Daniel. You put on a great show from what I remember and know of it. When I listen to it, I'm sure I'll find it greater. But yeah, everyone who listens to this show and is going to start listening to the show weekly, please support Daniel, Philip Malika, who's going to be coming on. All of the separate shows have their own donation buttons, and those go to the people who spend time. Because it's not just an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours we're on air. It takes several hours throughout the week to plan these shows, to put them together, to get them all the technical stuff dealt with. So it's a process, very time-consuming. And we're all doing this, too, because we love all of you guys. We want to share this information and help you get through your days, too. And donations is a great exchange for that energy.
Yeah. Well, I think we're going to wrap it up now. And I'm going to say goodnight, and I will definitely be talking to you shortly, Rob, and everyone else out there. Connect with me on Facebook. I accept all friend requests. My name is Daniel Scranton. I'm a friend of Rob's if you want to find me that way. I'm I live in Ojai. That's Ojai. That's another way to find me on Facebook. And there's my website, my YouTube channel. It's all very Googleable, all that stuff. So have a great night. Have a great night, everybody. And thank you, Rob, for being my first guest and such a great mentor in this.
It's been a privilege of mine and a pleasure to be the first guest on your show, and I love you very much. Thanks for having me on, and thank you all for listening.
Yeah, thanks, listeners. I love you too, Rob. Talk to you soon.
All right,
okay.
We'll see you soon.
Yep. Bye, everybody.